Hi everyone, I'm a woman from the USA, just past my 60th birthday, and I'm passionate about living with vitality and joy in these golden years. Today, I've got a jaw-dropping story to share with you. How I uncovered 5 drinks that were quietly aging me and what happened when I finally kicked them to the curb. If you've ever felt worn out, noticed your skin looking tired with more wrinkles than you'd care to count, or wondered why your energy seems to vanish by noon, this might just be the wake-up call you need. I'm going to take you through my personal journey of discovering what I was sipping that was speeding up the aging clock, how I replaced those culprits with smarter choices, and the incredible transformation I've experienced since making the switch. This isn't about guilt-tripping you over your favorite glass or pushing some trendy cleanse. It's honest, practical insight about how to stay youthful from the inside out. I hope my tale inspires you to take a hard look at what's in your cup, because in our golden years, every single sip can make a difference in how we feel and look. Aging wasn't something I used to dwell on too much, at least not until it started staring me in the face. I'd always been pretty active, loved my walks around the neighborhood, enjoyed baking pies for my grandkids, and savored quiet chats with my neighbor Judy over a cool drink on the porch. But a few years ago, I began noticing changes that I couldn't shrug off. My skin, once smooth and bright, started looking dull and papery, with fine lines creeping around my eyes and mouth. My energy, which used to carry me through a full day of errands or gardening, began fading fast, leaving me reaching for the couch by mid-afternoon. I'd catch my reflection in the mirror and see a puffiness around my cheeks and waist that hadn't been there before, even though I wasn't eating more than usual. Living in Charlotte, North Carolina, I'd see folks my age at the local grocery store or church potlucks, some of them glowing with life, others moving slow and looking worn, and I knew I wanted to be in that first bunch. I'd tease my husband, "Honey, I think my spark's flickering out, where'd it go?" He'd laugh, but I was half serious. I wanted to feel vibrant, not just okay for my age. I tried the usual fixes at first. I slathered on anti-aging creams from Walgreens, the kind with fancy promises on the label about turning back time. I upped my water intake a little, thinking maybe I was just dehydrated from Charlotte's humid summers. I even watched those late-night infomercials with perky hosts selling miracle juices or supplements guaranteed to make you look 30 again. Nothing clicked. The creams left my skin greasy but no younger, the extra water helped a bit but not enough, and I wasn't about to shell out hundreds for some magic potion that probably wouldn't work. I'd sit on my porch swing, sipping my usual coffee or soda, watching the squirrels chase each other up the oak trees, and wonder what I was missing. I ate decently, walked most days, so why did I still feel like time was winning? I'd see Judy bustling around her garden, spry as ever, and think, she's got something I don't. I was determined to figure it out. The big revelation hit me during a trip to Asheville last summer to visit my cousin Linda. She's 67, a retired nurse with a sharp eye for health clues, and she looked absolutely radiant. Clear, soft skin, steady pep in her step, no bloating or tired eyes. We were sitting on her deck, overlooking those gorgeous Blue Ridge Mountains, chatting about life and sipping iced tea. I'd brought along a Diet Pepsi, my go-to for a quick pick-me-up, and cracked it open while we talked. Linda glanced at the can, raised an eyebrow, and said, "You're still drinking that stuff? You know it's aging you faster than a hot sun, right?" I chuckled, thinking she was exaggerating, but she leaned in, all serious, and started breaking it down. She'd spent years in healthcare, seen patients wreck their bodies with bad habits, and read up on studies about how what we drink affects aging. She'd cleaned up her own sipping habits a decade ago and swore it was why she felt so good. She threw me a challenge: cut out these 5 drinks for a month, just watch what happens. She listed them right there: sugary sodas, diet sodas, too much coffee, heavy alcohol, and processed juices. I balked. "Linda, you want me to ditch my coffee and wine? That's my life." But her glow was undeniable, so I promised I'd try. I drove back to Charlotte, mind spinning, ready to rethink my glass. When I got home, I dove into what these drinks were doing to me. I wasn't a scientist, but I poked around online, read a few articles, and talked to Linda on the phone for more details. It made sense, and it scared me enough to act. I started swapping them out, one by one, and the changes blew me away. My skin perked up, my energy steadied, my waist trimmed down, and I felt younger than I had in years. Here's the rundown on these 5 aging culprits, why they're trouble, and how I replaced them, with all the nitty-gritty of my journey. Drink 1. Sugary sodas, draining your youth bit by bit. First on the chopping block was sugary sodas, my longtime lunchtime buddy. I'd pop open a Coke or Sprite, sometimes a Dr. Pepper if I was feeling fancy, and savor that fizzy sweetness alongside a turkey sandwich or a bowl of soup. It was my little treat, a burst of joy in the middle of the day. Linda burst my bubble, though. She said all that sugar, sometimes 10 teaspoons in one can, spikes your blood sugar like crazy, messes with the collagen that keeps your skin firm, and piles on belly fat that's hard to shake as we age. She told me it's like pouring aging syrup into your body, breaking down your youth sip by sip. I thought, come on, it's not that bad, it's just a soda. But I decided to test it. I ditched the sugary stuff cold turkey and started pouring water with a few lemon slices from the tree in my backyard. I'd slice up a lemon in the morning, drop it in a pitcher, and keep it chilled in the fridge for the day. The first few days were rough, I craved that bubbly kick, and plain water felt boring. I'd sit at my kitchen table, staring at my glass, missing the fizz. But I stuck with it, sometimes adding a sprig of mint from my little herb pot to mix it up. By the end of the first week, I noticed my skin wasn't as dry, those flaky patches around my nose started fading. After 2 weeks, I didn't crash after lunch anymore, no more sinking into the couch at 2 p.m. feeling like a zombie. My jeans fit a smidge better too, that stubborn puff around my middle eased up. I'd take my lemon water out to the porch swing, watch the birds flit around, and feel refreshed instead of jittery. Linda called to check in, see? Sugar's a wrinkle factory, you don't need it. She was spot on. I tried a sip of Coke a month later, just to see, and it tasted too sweet, almost sickly. I was done with it for good. I didn't stop there, I got curious about why it worked. Linda explained that sugar triggers inflammation, which ages everything, skin, joints, even your insides. She said it's linked to something called glycation, where sugar sticks to proteins like collagen, making them stiff and weak, hello wrinkles and sagging. I'd never thought a soda could do all that, but cutting it out felt like hitting a reset button. Judy saw me sipping my lemon water one day and asked about it. I told her the deal, and she swapped her Mountain Dew for cucumber water, said her skin felt smoother in a week. My grandkids even got into it, they'd run over, grab a slice of lemon, and pretend they were fancy with their special drink. It's simple, cheap, and it works. Drink 2. Diet sodas, fake sweetness with real damage. Next up was diet soda, my so-called smart choice. I'd switched to Diet Pepsi or Coke Zero years ago, patting myself on the back for dodging sugar while still getting that fizzy fix. I'd sip it with dinner or while reading the Charlotte Observer, feeling virtuous. Linda shattered that illusion fast. She said those artificial sweeteners, stuff like aspartame or sucralose, might be 0 calories, but they're trouble. They confuse your metabolism, mess with your gut bacteria, and might even make your skin look dull over time by throwing off your body's balance. She'd seen patients bloated and tired from it, and studies backed her up. I was stubborn, but it's diet, it's fine. She just smirked, try it and see. I swapped it for sparkling water with a splash of real fruit juice, like cranberry or pomegranate from Publix. I'd pour a tall glass, add a tablespoon of juice, and watch the bubbles dance. The first week, I missed that sharp diet taste, and sparkling water felt too plain. I'd sit on my couch, flipping through channels, wishing for my old can. But I kept going, sometimes tossing in a few frozen berries for fun. By week 2, my bloating started fading, that tight feeling in my stomach after meals eased up. After a month, my digestion felt smoother, no more random gurgles, and I had fewer headaches, the kind that used to creep in late afternoon. My skin even looked less sallow, a little more alive. I'd mix my sparkling drink while watching Wheel of Fortune, feeling clean and light inside. Linda texted me, told ya, fake sweet's a sneaky ager. She was dead right, I didn't look back. I dug deeper into this one too. Linda said artificial sweeteners trick your brain into craving more sweets, mess with insulin, and disrupt your gut microbiome, which affects everything from mood to skin. I'd never linked my headaches to diet soda, but once they dropped off, I couldn't deny it. Judy tried it too, switched her Diet Coke for lime seltzer, said her puffiness went down in days. My husband even joined in. He'd been a Diet Sprite guy, now he's all about sparkling water with orange slices. It's become a household thing, and we feel better for it. Drink 3. Too much coffee, jittery energy. Wrinkled skin. Coffee was the hardest to tackle, my morning ritual and lifeline. I'd brew 2 or 3 cups of Folgers every day, sometimes 4 if I was up early for the grandkids. I'd sit at the kitchen table, steaming mug in hand, watching the sun peek over the oaks, loving that warm jolt. Linda didn't say ditch it completely, but she warned me about overdoing it. She said too much caffeine dehydrates you, stresses your adrenal glands, and etches fine lines into your face by pulling water from your skin. She'd seen it in herself years ago, jittery hands and tired eyes, until she cut back. I resisted. Coffee's my joy, Linda. But she pushed. 1 cup's fine, more's trouble. I scaled back to 1 cup in the morning, savoring it slow, then switched the rest to herbal tea, chamomile or peppermint from Trader Joe's. I'd steep a bag, add a drizzle of honey from the farmer's market, and sip it on the couch with a book. The first few days, I dragged without my extra cups, reaching for the pot out of habit. I'd stare at my tea, missing that buzz. But I stuck with it, sometimes adding a lemon slice for zip. By the end of week 1, my hands stopped trembling, that shaky feeling I'd ignored faded. After 2 weeks, my skin looked plumper, less parched, and I slept deeper. No more tossing at 3 a.m. I still cherish my 1 coffee. It's my wake-up treat, but tea's my new afternoon friend. Linda called. See? Too much coffee ages you quick. She nailed it. I felt calmer and fresher. I got curious about the science here too. Linda said caffeine's a diuretic, pulling water out, and chronic dehydration shows up as wrinkles and dullness. She mentioned cortisol, that stress hormone, spiking with too much coffee, wearing you out inside. I'd always thought coffee kept me young by keeping me alert, but it was a double-edged sword. Judy cut her 3 cups to 1, added rooibos tea, said her eyes weren't so dry anymore. My grandkids love the tea too. They call it Grandma's sleepy juice, and we sip it together before bed. It's a small shift with big payoff. Drink 4. Heavy alcohol, sagging skin and drained days. Alcohol was a tough one to face, my evening unwind. I'd pour a glass of Chardonnay after dinner, maybe a margarita on weekends with friends, loving that mellow glow. Linda hit me with the hard truth. Alcohol dehydrates you worse than coffee, robs your body of vitamins, makes skin saggy, and steals quality sleep. She said it's like aging in fast forward, puffing your face and tiring you out. I didn't want to give it up entirely, so I cut back to 1 small glass a week, swapped the rest for mocktails. I'd mix soda water with lime juice and fresh mint from my garden, sometimes a splash of grapefruit for zing. I missed the buzz at first, sitting on my porch without that warm wine feeling, but I kept at it. After a week, my morning mirror check showed less puffiness under my eyes. That swollen look I'd blamed on age started fading. By week 3, my energy lasted all day, no more fading at 5 p.m., and my cheeks looked firmer, less droopy. I'd stir my mocktail in the kitchen, humming to the Eagles, feeling fancy without the next day slump. Linda texted, "Booze ages you double, lighten up." She was so right. I still enjoy my weekly wine, a little treat with Sunday dinner, but mocktails are my new go-to. I tried a sip of margarita at a party later, and it felt heavy. I didn't want it anymore. Linda broke it down. Alcohol strips vitamin A, key for skin repair, and messes with sleep cycles, leaving you tired and saggy. She said it's a toxin your liver fights, aging your whole system. I'd never tied my puffy eyes to wine, but the proof was in the mirror. Judy swapped her nightly beer for sparkling water with berries, said her face looked tighter in a month. My husband tried mocktails too, loves a lime and soda mix, says he sleeps like a rock now. It's a family shift, and we're all perkier. Drink 5. Processed juices, sugar bombs pretending to be healthy. Last was processed juice, my breakfast health kick. I'd pour a big glass of orange or apple juice from a carton, thinking I was loading up on vitamins. Linda set me straight. Those juices are sugar bombs, stripped of fiber, spiking your blood like soda without the good stuff. She said they fool you into thinking they're nutritious, but they're aging your teeth, waste, and energy. I switched to fresh squeezed juice from real oranges or just ate the fruit whole. I'd grab a couple oranges from the store, squeeze them in the morning while the radio played, or peel one for a snack. It took more time, peeling and squeezing, but I got into the rhythm. The first week, I missed the ease of pouring from a jug, and my hands got sticky. I'd grumble at the sink, wishing for my old carton. But I pushed on, sometimes blending a small fresh batch with my blender. After 2 weeks, my teeth felt less sensitive, no more zing from sugar overload. By a month, my energy didn't crash mid-morning, and I shed a few pounds without trying. I'd sit at the table, sipping my fresh juice, tasting the real citrus, feeling clean and steady. Linda said, "Fake juice tricks you, go real." She was spot on. I felt sharper and lighter. I looked into this one too. Linda said processed juice loses fiber, which slows sugar absorption, so it hits you fast, aging your cells and packing on fat. She mentioned acid wearing down enamel, another aging sign. I'd thought I was doing good with my morning OJ, but it was a sugar trap. Judy ditched her apple juice for whole apples, said her stomach felt better. My grandkids love squeezing oranges with me, we make a mess and laugh, and it's a sweet new tradition. Real fruit beats the carton every time. Why do these drinks age you so much? Sugary sodas wreck your skin and waist with inflammation and glycation. Diet sodas throw off your gut and metabolism with fake chemicals. Too much coffee dehydrates and stresses you, etching lines. Heavy alcohol saps nutrients and sags your face, stealing sleep. Processed juices spike sugar without fiber, aging you inside out. Ditching them isn't about giving up joy, it's about sipping what lifts you up. I replaced them with lemon water, sparkling juice, tea, mocktails, fresh juice, and the difference is night and day. My skin's got a glow I'd lost, my energy holds steady from dawn to dusk, my puffiness is history. I walk with Judy without lagging, bake pies with gusto, and feel decades younger. I sip my new drinks my way. Lemon water on the porch swing, tea by the fireplace, mocktails in the backyard watching fireflies. Linda does hers Asheville style, herbal tea on her deck, fresh juice with mountain views. If you've got health issues, talk to a doctor, but these swaps are gentle for most. Judy's all in, ditched soda for lime water, says her joints thank her. My sister in Atlanta dropped wine for mocktails, texted, "Sis, I'm glowing, you're a genius." My husband swapped Diet Sprite for orange seltzer, says he's got more zip. It's spreading, this youth through sipping vibe. The secret's in sticking with it, no hurry. I didn't turn back the clock in a day, but week by week, I've shed that tired, old feeling. Linda, 67 and radiant, showed me you can drink your way to youth. I tell my husband, I'm not aging, I'm blooming. He laughs, you're my sip smart wonder. You can do this too, no pricey stuff needed, just water, fruit, tea, and a new mindset. Start today, pour some lemon water, skip the soda, feel it shift. Ditching these drinks isn't just about health, it's about reclaiming youth, like a cool breeze through Charlotte's Oaks. I didn't realize how much these drinks were holding me back until I let them go. Take sugary sodas, I'd gulp one down and feel a quick high, then crash hard, dragging through my afternoon chores. I'd blame it on age, oh, I'm just slowing down, but it was the sugar, not me. Cutting it out, I'd finish gardening or a walk with Judy and still have steam left. Diet sodas were sneakier, I'd sip them thinking I was smart, but I'd get this weird bloat, like my body was confused. Sparkling water cleared that up, no more tight jeans after dinner. Coffee was my crutch, I'd lean on it to power through, but my shaky hands and dry skin told a different story. 1 cup and tea balanced me out, I'd read my paper without that wired edge. Alcohol, oh boy, I loved my wine, but those puffy mornings weren't worth it. Mocktails kept the fun, ditched the fog. Processed juice fooled me most, I'd chug it for vitamins, but it was just sugar in a healthy mask. Fresh fruit woke me up right, no crash. I started noticing little wins everywhere. My nails got stronger, less brittle, maybe from less sugar and more water. My hair, always a bit thin, felt fuller, shinier, I'd catch it gleaming in the sunlight. My mood lifted too, no more sugar lows or caffeine jitters, just a steady calm. I'd bake with the grandkids, rolling dough, laughing, not needing a nap after. Judy'd say, "You're bouncier these days." I'd grin, "It's the drinks, or lack of 'em." Even my sleep improved, deeper and longer, waking up ready instead of groggy. Lynda'd call, told ya, "Sip young, feel young." She's my guru now. I shared this with more folks too. My friend Carol from church loved her Pepsi, always had a can at potlucks. I told her my story, she tried water with lime, said her energy's up and her skin's less red. My brother in Texas, a coffee fiend, cut back to 2 cups, added peppermint tea, said his nerves aren't shot anymore. My daughter in Raleigh ditched juice boxes for her kids, switched to fresh apples, said they're less hyper. It's like a ripple, everyone's catching on. I'd sit with Judy, sipping our new drinks, swapping tales of how we feel, and it's pure gold. I got practical with it too. For sugary sodas, I keep a pitcher of water with fruit in the fridge, always ready. Diet sodas, I stock sparkling water cans, grab one when I crave fizz. Coffee, I brew 1 perfect cup, keep tea bags handy for later. Alcohol, I mix mocktails in a pretty glass, feel festive without regret. Processed juice, I squeeze oranges weekly, store it fresh, or just eat the fruit. It's not hard once you start, it's habit now. I'd walk past the soda aisle at Harris Teeter, not even tempted, proud of my new groove. I'd experiment too, keeping it fun. Lemon water got boring once, so I tried cucumber slices, cool and crisp, or a few raspberries for a pink tint. Sparkling water, I'd splash in pineapple juice, tiny taste of the tropics. Tea, I'd switch chamomile for hibiscus, bright red and tangy, or mint from my yard. Mocktails, I'd muddle berries with lime, pretend I'm at a beach bar. Fresh juice, I'd blend orange with a carrot, sweet and earthy. I'd sip these, feeling like I'm treating myself, not punishing. Lynda'd laugh, "You're a mixologist now." I am, and it's youthful fun. I'd notice how these old drinks crept back if I wasn't careful. At a family cookout, I grabbed a Coke, just one, and next day my skin felt tight, my energy dipped. A restaurant served diet soda by mistake, I drank half, felt that bloat again. Too much coffee on a busy morning, I'd shake all day. A second wine glass at a party, puffy eyes next morning. Processed juice at a brunch, sugar crash by noon. It's like my body's a detector now, telling me, nope, not worth it. I'd reset fast, back to my good sips, feeling right again. I'd reflect on how blind I was before. Sugary sodas, I'd down them daily, thinking they were harmless fun, but they were sapping my glow. Diet sodas, I'd brag about 0 calories, not seeing the hidden cost. Coffee, I'd cling to it like a lifeline, ignoring the toll. Alcohol, I'd call it relaxation, not seeing the drain. Processed juice, I'd trust the label, not the truth. Linda opened my eyes, and ditching them opened my life. I'd sit on my swing, sipping tea, watching the sunset, feeling young in a way I'd forgotten. If you love tips and stories like this, subscribe to my Harmonic Aging channel. I'll keep sharing ways to shine in our golden years, from drink swaps to youth secrets and grandkid joy. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's make aging fabulous together.